So, good morning, students. And today we will continue with the same chapter, that is control and coordination, which we were doing. Till now, we have done the coordination in the plant, the nervous system, the nerval coordination, the coordination in the animals with the help of the nervous system. And this topic is the last topic of our this chapter, that is the coordination in the animal, that is a hormonal coordination. Now, before going into this, you know, student, that there are the specialized gland in our body which are called the endocrine glands and exocrine glands. One very important thing regarding the endocrine glands are gland. These are the glands that are ductless. That means they pour their secretion, they give their secretion directly into the blood. And what are produced from the endocrine glands? Hormones are produced from the endocrine glands. And what is the role of this hormone? The different hormones have the different role. We will study in this section what are the different endocrine glands of the body, which hormones are secreted from them, and what are their role. Now, before going into that, one diagram is there in our syllabus, present in the NCERT also, which shows the location of the different endocrine glands. Remember, student, whatever has been labeled over here, what we have to study in our syllabus: hypothalamus, the pituitary gland, the thyroid gland. This is common for both male and female that we have to study. Pancreas, then the adrenal gland, testes in case of the male, and only difference ovary in case of the female. So the name of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 and 1 plus, that is a 7. 7 glands we have to study. What is the name of those glands? Which hormones are secreted from them, and what is their role? So these glands definitely are, these hormones are definitely secreted from the endocrine glands. And there is another also gland which are called the exocrine glands. What is the function of the exocrine glands? They are giving exocrine gland like the salivary gland. Okay, the salivary gland, they have the duct, and they pour their secretions not directly but through the duct. Now, one by one, we have to study the function of the different hormones from different glands of the body. Now, just a moment. First of all, let us start with the first gland, that is hypothalamus. Hypothalamus, student, we have studied the structure of the brain also. We have studied the structure of brain. There you have seen the location of the hypothalamus, yes or no? Now, hormone which is secreted from the hypothalamus. Hypothalamus secrete releasing hormone. Hypothalamus secrete releasing hormone. And just below the hypothalamus, you can see the pituitary gland is located. Oh, let me show you once again. Let us go back to the structure of the human brain, so that that image I can show you over there. The exact location of the hypothalamus and the pituitary gland. From that figure also, you can recall. Yes. All of you should see this image. Hypothalamus, this is the hypothalamus, and the pituitary gland just at the base of the hypothalamus. See, this is the hypothalamus, and this is the pituitary gland. Okay. Now let us come back to the previous one. Just a moment. Yes. Yes. So now the hypothalamus, what do? They secrete releasing hormone, and this releasing hormone, what is the function? Stimulates the pituitary gland to release hormone. So one important thing yesterday also I said to you all when we have done the structure of the brain, that the pituitary gland is called the master gland of the body. Why the pituitary gland is called the master gland of the body? Because it controls the stimulation of the various important glands of the body. But who stimulates the pituitary gland? It is again the hypothalamus that stimulates the pituitary gland to release the hormone. For example, the growth hormone releasing factor. The growth hormone releasing factor stimulates the pituitary gland to release the growth hormone. So if I'm saying pituitary gland is the master gland, but the pituitary gland also need to be controlled by some other gland. And who is that gland? The hypothalamus. Now, is it clear to all that who controls the secretion of the pituitary gland and what is the function of the hypothalamus? Function of hypothalamus is clear to all? Function of hypothalamus is clear to all? Okay. Okay, fine. Now see, student, the next gland, the pituitary gland. One by one, remember, one by one, we are dealing with each and every gland, the pituitary gland. What is the name of the hormone which is released from the pituitary gland? It is the growth hormone. That is called the GH. GH is the growth hormone. From the word the growth hormone, the function, you can even guess that what can be the function. It stimulates the growth and the development of the body. But remember, student, there are two important terms whenever we are studying the hormone. There are two important terms, and what are these? I'm writing here. One is called hyposecretion, and another term is called hypersecretion. Another term is hypersecretion. Hyposecretion means when the hormone is secreted in less quantity. Okay, it means when the hormone is secreted in less quantity. That is the hyposecretion. Less amount. When the hormone is secreted in less amount. And hyper, when the hormone is secreted in greater amount. Okay, so always remember. Now, student, guess. Suppose if the growth hormone is secreted in less quantity, what will happen? The bones formation or the bones growth will hamper, and the person will be dwarf. You can see in this image that the height of the person is very short. This is called dwarfism. This is called dwarfism. And if suppose there is a hypersecretion of the growth hormone, that means secreted more and more, then the height of the person will be too much, and that time this condition is called gigantism. So hyposecretion of the growth hormone leads to dwarfism, and hypersecretion of the growth hormone leads to gigantism. Am I clear to all? Am I clear to all? Through the chat box, you give me the reply. Am I clear to all? Through the chat box, give me the reply. Okay, then let me ask you a question. Okay, Nisha, unmute yourself.
Yes, sir.
Nisha, what do you mean by hyposecretion of hormone? Hypo, H-Y-P-O.
Hyposecretion means that is secreted in less quantity.
Hmm. And what do you mean by hypersecretion?
Secretion in greater quantity.
More quantity or greater. Okay, very good. Now, Harsh, unmute yourself, Harsh. Harsh Raj Tenji, unmute yourself. Harsh, unmute yourself. Okay, hesitating to participate. Ria, unmute yourself, Ria.
Yes, sir.
Ria, can you tell me what happens in dwarfism?
So what?
What happens in the dwarfism? The first case, dwarfism, what it happens? Yes, Ria, unmute yourself. Ria, unmute yourself, Ria. Okay, let me go to the next student. Sakshi Tenji. Sakshi. Sakshi Tenji.
Yes, sir.
Sakshi, what happens in dwarfism?
A production of growth hormone is less.
Production of growth hormone is less. Very good. And the person will be short structured. Okay, very good. Okay, Sakshi. Okay. Now, we will move to the next gland, and that is the thyroid gland. Very, very important. Thyroid gland secretes a hormone. The name of that hormone is thyroxine. Okay, thyroxine is the name of the hormone. And what is the function of this hormone? It regulates carbohydrate, protein, and fat metabolism for balanced growth. Iodine is essential for the synthesis of the thyroxine, and that is why we are supposed to take iodized salt. Deficiency of the iodine causes goiter, the neck swells up. This is a problem. But one very important term has come over here, metabolism. We have discussed in the chapter of the life process also. Thyroid gland secrete the hormone thyroxine, which control the metabolism of the carbohydrate, protein, and the fat. Carbohydrate, protein, and the fat. But what is metabolism over here? Any guesses? What do you mean by the term metabolism? The metabolism means what? Raise your hand so that I can unmute you. In chapter life process, we have discussed a number of times. Number of times we have discussed. Okay, Ria. Okay, unmute yourself. You said, okay, Ria, unmute yourself.
Yes, sir.
What is metabolism, Ria?
Sir, it is a chemical process in the plant and animal that change the food into energy.
Food into energy. Are you, Ria, what is that? You are saying one part. Okay, you are saying about catabolism, where the food is broken down. But metabolism is not only catabolism, metabolism is also the food making process. So both anabolism, food making, and catabolism, that means a metabolism. So in a total, we can speak that metabolism is a sum total of all the chemical reaction in the body. So carbohydrate metabolism, how the carbohydrate will be broken, synthesis, broke down, protein synthesis breakdown, fat synthesis breakdown for balanced growth is controlled by the thyroid gland. Okay, and always remember, if there is a deficiency of the iodine in our salt, definitely we should take the iodized salt. Then the neck swells up, and this problem is called goiter. That is a swollen neck. Okay. You can see the image over here. The neck of the people swells up over here in this image. This is the image of the goiter. Okay. Just a moment. Now, the next gland is the pancreas, another very, very important gland. Okay, Nisha, you said to repeat once again, what is metabolism? See, I'm writing on the screen. You can write also, what do you mean by metabolism? This is very important definition. Don't ever forget that what is metabolism. Let me go to the metabolism. Metabolism means sum total of all the chemical reactions in the body. Sum total of all the chemical reactions in the body. This is a proper and complete definition of metabolism. So here we can say either the food making or even we can say the food breaking. So these are the cases of the metabolism. Food making process, the two branches of metabolism is a food making process is called anabolism, and the food breaking process is called catabolism. Acha student, if I give you the name of two life process, respiration and photosynthesis, who is catabolism and who is anabolism? Who is catabolism and who is anabolism? Okay. Yes, we are for growth also. Harshraj, Nisha, correct. Respiration is catabolism, correct. And photosynthesis is anabolism. Very good, Nisha. Okay. So now we are coming to the next gland of the body, that is pancreas. Very, very important gland of the body. Students, when we have discussed the chapter life process, once I have told you, pancreas is called a mixed gland. Pancreas is called a mixed gland. Why it is called a mixed gland? Because pancreas is neither a complete exocrine nor complete endocrine. It has both the function. The endocrine part of the pancreas that will secrete the hormone, while the exocrine part of the pancreas will secrete the digestive juices. Okay, that is why the pancreas is called a mixed gland. Now, here we have to, in the chapter life process, during the time of the discussion of the functions of the different digestive juices, we have already discussed the function of the pancreatic enzymes. Pancreatic enzymes, what they were doing, that was the digestive function. But here we will discuss the hormonal role of the pancreas. Now, what is the hormone which is secreted from the pancreas? The name of the hormone which is secreted from the pancreas is insulin. Okay, insulin. What is the function of the insulin? It regulates the blood sugar level. Deficiency of the insulin causes diabetes where the sugar level increases. Such patients are given insulin injections. You can see in this image also the patient. It is a self, we can take through by our own also the insulin injection tablets. Though remember, blood sugar tablets are also available, but when the sugar level goes too much, rises too much, and which are not being controlled by even the oral pills, that is a tablet, then the insulin is being provided so that the damage to the kidney can be avoided. Okay, so what is the function of the hormone insulin? It regulates the blood sugar level, and the deficiency of the insulin causes diabetes, where the blood sugar level rises, and such patients are given the insulin injections. Next. Next, we are coming to the important gland of the body, that is the testes in the male and the ovaries in the female. The testes definitely secrete, it is present in the male, it secretes the hormone testosterone. And what is the function of the testosterone? It changes during, bring about the changes during puberty, that is deeper voice, more body hair, so that are being controlled by the testosterone. It also helps in the development of the male sex organ and the behavior. Whatever function the testosterone was doing in case of the male reproductive system, in the female reproductive system also the estrogen does the same function. What it does, it changes during the puberty, development of the female sex organ, regulate the menstrual cycle. Remember, student, in class 10 in the chapter how do organisms reproduce, which we will do after half yearly, there also in detail we have to study the structure of the male reproductive system, function of the male reproductive system, structure of the female reproductive system, and also the function of the female reproductive system. But in this chapter, what we have to study, the name of the hormones. So testosterone is secreted from the testes, and estrogen is secreted from the ovary. Student, remember one thing, one hormone which is not mentioned over here, but that I will also discuss with you now. There are actually two hormones which are secreted from the ovary. One is the estrogen and other is progesterone. Actually, this is the hormone which controls the uterus changes, or we can say maintains the helpful in the pregnancy, progesterone. Okay, when I will send you the note, there you can find, you will be able to find this also, that I have mentioned over here, the progesterone in that note also. So now student, we did the testes, the ovary, we did pancreas, we did thyroid, we did pituitary, we did hypothalamus, but one gland is left, that is the adrenal gland. This is another very important adrenal gland. You see, students, the location of the adrenal gland in this picture. Adrenal gland is located on the top of the kidneys. We have two kidneys, so left and right adrenal gland is there. Now, I'm asking one question to you all, that what you will do. Here a situation is given to you. Okay. All of a sudden, suppose all of a sudden, see in this cartoon which is given over here, a dog is there which is barking on the boy. So what the boy is doing in the figure? Tell me, what the boy is doing in this image? What the boy is doing in the image? He is running. Okay. He is running. Acha. There are two situations. Suppose someone is coming to hit you. There are two possibilities which you can do. Can you guess, student? You can unmute yourself to answer this question. This is a very important part. Suppose someone is coming to hit you, to beat you. Two possibilities are there which you can do. What are the two possibilities? Any guesses? What you can do? Okay, Nisha, very good. Raise her hand. Yes, Nisha, unmute yourself.
First possibilities is I will try to stop, and second is I will try to uh,
Run away.
prevent from the hate.
Run away.
Yeah.
See, stopping means that you will try to fight, and either you will fight or you will run away. These are the two, either fight or flight. See the word. I said either fight. I say either fight, F-I-G-H-T, or F-L-I-G-H-T, flight. Fight or flight. What is common in this situation? Lado ya bhag, fight or flight. What is common in this situation? Anyone? Please unmute yourself. Raise your hand so that I can unmute you. What is common in the two situations, fight or flight? Okay, again, Nisha, okay, I will give the opportunity. Yes, Nisha?
In both the cases, we have to do something so that we will. Yes.
Try, good. You're saying right. Go more of your thinking. Go beyond that.
In both the cases, we have to do something so that the I will.
You will.
I will save.
Yes, you will try to save yourself. So in both the situation, you have to do something, and for doing something, you need energy. Okay, so if you are running away, that time also you need energy. If you are fighting, that time also you need energy. So at this time, the emergency situation, the adrenal gland plays its role. And what is the role of this adrenal gland? It secretes the hormone, just a moment. It secretes the hormone adrenaline. This is an emergency hormone of the body. And what is the role of this adrenaline? This adrenaline is secreted into the blood and is carried to the different body parts. As a result, the following event occurs. Heart beat faster. Why heart beat faster? Because we know that the heart will supply blood throughout the body, oxygenated blood. So the heart beat faster to supply more oxygen. Blood to the digestive system and the skin is reduced by contracting, and this divert the blood to the skeletal muscle because we have to run. We have to, our skeletal muscles become very active, and that is why the blood to the digestive system and the skin is reduced, because at that time we do not require so much their function. We require the skeletal muscles to work more and more. Breathing rate increases due to contraction of the diaphragm and the rib muscles. So all these responses prepare the body to deal with the situations like fighting and running. That is why the adrenal gland is called the emergency gland, and the adrenaline is called the emergency hormone. So what happened? When we fight or the flight, adrenaline is secreted into the blood to increase our heart rate, heartbeat. Breathing rate increases, more amount of glucose is added to the blood to give us instant energy. Am I clear to all? Is it clear to all the students? Please share through the chat box. Okay, very good. Now only one topic is left. That is called the feedback mechanism of hormone secretion. This is the feedback mechanism of hormone secretion. What is the feedback mechanism of hormone secretion? Student, suppose today you are taking many sweets, and obviously if you go for your blood sugar level detection test, your blood sugar level will rise. So can I say you are diabetic? what I will say, you are diabetic. Suppose you are taking too many sweets today, and after that you are going for your blood sugar level test. So will I say that you are diabetic? No. Why? Because there is a feedback mechanism in our body. So if the blood sugar level rises, it is detected by the cells of pancreas, and the pancreas will produce more and more insulin. So the blood sugar level will fall, and the insulin secretion will automatically get reduced. So depending upon the timing and the amount of the hormone, the timing. So when required in more quantity, if suppose you are taking too many sweets and your blood sugar level is rising. Again, if your blood sugar level is normalized, then the secretion of the insulin will also get reduced. So this is the fact. This is called the feedback mechanism of hormone secretion. Is it clear to all? Is it clear to all? Insulin controls it. So if suppose your blood sugar level is rising, insulin, who is producing insulin? Pancreas. Pancreas will automatically produce more and more amount of the insulin so that the blood sugar level falls down. And the moment your blood sugar level is normalized, the insulin secretion will also be reduced. Okay, the insulin secretion will also be reduced. Is it clear, Ria? Okay, Amisha. See, if suppose you are taking too many sweets any day, your blood sugar level increases. So, excuse me. So what I will say, you are diabetic? No. Why? Because your pancreas will detect it and they will produce more and more insulin, hormone insulin. Excuse me. Again. Sorry. So your pancreas will produce more and more amount of the insulin and your blood sugar level will be normalized. And the moment your blood sugar level is normalized, so the insulin secretion is reduced. Is it clear to all? Amisha, now it is clear to you? Amisha, now it is clear to you? Amisha. Amisha. Yes, Nisha, I got you up. Yes, okay, Amisha. Okay, I got your feedback. So, what we have studied today, the endocrine glands, what are the different hormones which are secreted from the endocrine glands, and what are their role on the body. So once again, let me see how much you have studied or captured today. Can anyone say what which hormone is released from hypothalamus? Which hormone? Raise your hand. No need to write in the chat box. Raise your hand so that I can unmute you. Which hormone is released from the hypothalamus? Okay, Nisha, unmute yourself. Yes, speak, Nisha.
So growth hormones.
Hypothalamus.
So releasing hormones.
Releasing hormone. First, what the growth hormone you have said that was released by pituitary gland. What is the function of the releasing hormone? Again, Nisha, same question to you. What is the function of the releasing hormone? What is the function?
It's helps in secretion.
Secretion of the hormones from the pituitary gland. Okay. Okay. Next question to Ria. Ria, unmute yourself, Ria. Ria, unmute yourself.
Yes, sir.
Ria, what is the name of the hormone secreted from pituitary gland?
Growth hormone.
And if suppose the growth hormone is secreted in less quantity, which problem arises?
सर हाइट इंक्रीज नहीं होगा.
Increase नहीं होगा. तो उस प्रॉब्लम को क्या कहते हैं? What that problem is called?
Sir, dwarfism.
Dwarfism, very good. Dwarfism. Okay, correct, Ria. Next, Amisha, unmute yourself, Amisha.
Yes, sir.
Amisha, what is the name of the hormone secreted from thyroid gland? Even take the help of the slide which I am displaying also, so that you will speak, you can memorize it. Parallelly, it will go. Yes, Amisha, unmute yourself again. What is the name of Amisha? Unmute yourself. Okay, 1 minute. I think some net issue. Ria again got Amisha. I asked this question. Okay, maybe some net issue. No problem. Ria. Okay, no, not Ria. This time Sakshi. Sakshi, unmute yourself.
Yes, sir.
What is the name of the hormone released from the thyroid gland, Sakshi?
Thyroxine.
And what is the function of the thyroxine?
It regulates carbohydrates, proteins,
Protein and fat metabolism. Okay, fine. Next question to Nisha again. Nisha,
Yes, sir.
Nisha, what do you mean
Yes,
by
sir.
feedback mechanism of hormone secretion?
So the timing and the amount of hormones is called feedback mechanism.
Okay, very good, Nisha. Okay. Okay, students, we have come to the end of today's class. And as a worksheet student today, you will draw the diagram of the endocrine system of the gland diagram of both male and the female. So every day, Nisha, yes, Nisha, that is enough. Every day evening, I will post the classwork. Nisha, yes, that is enough. Okay, Nisha? Thank you, students.